Title: The Long Game. In a cramped apartment filled with outdated monitors and blinking LEDs, Victor leaned back in his chair. 4 years had passed since his greatest exploit, stealing 1,800 Bitcoin from Silk Road, the infamous darknet marketplace. The theft had gone perfectly. He had scrubbed his tracks so thoroughly that even he doubted anyone could follow them. Victor had played it smart. He didn't spend the Bitcoin right away. Instead, he let it sit in cold storage, untouched and growing exponentially in value as the cryptocurrency market surged. Over time, he siphoned small amounts through mixers and shell accounts, carefully laundering it into clean assets. But as the years went by, his paranoia began to fade. With the Silk Road shut down and its operator serving life in prison, Victor felt untouchable. By year 4, he decided to indulge. To celebrate his carefully crafted empire, he threw an extravagant party in a rented mansion overlooking Los Angeles. It was a display of his newfound wealth. Flashy cars lined the driveway, expensive liquor flowed freely, and stacks of cash sat in open duffel bags as though they were decorations. The party attracted all kinds of people, old friends, new acquaintances, and even strangers who had heard about the mysterious crypto kingpin. Among them was Trey, a con artist looking for his next score. Trey noticed Victor flaunting his wealth and, more importantly, spotted a duffel bag in an upstairs bedroom stuffed with $400,000 in cash. When the party reached its peak, Trey slipped away, grabbed the bag, and vanished into the night. Victor didn't notice the theft until the next morning. Enraged, he made a critical mistake. He called an old hacker acquaintance to vent. "Someone robbed me! 400 grand gone! I need to find him!" he fumed. What Victor didn't know was that his old acquaintance had been caught years earlier and was now a confidential informant for the FBI. The agency had been quietly monitoring darknet transactions for years, trying to trace the mysterious disappearance of Silk Road's Bitcoin. Victor's rant was a gift. Within hours, the FBI identified his location and launched a full-scale operation. Agents stormed the mansion he had rented, arresting him without incident. Victor's meticulous laundering efforts unraveled under forensic scrutiny. His carefully masked transactions left behind tiny breadcrumbs that led straight to his digital wallet. With access to his confiscated devices, the FBI pieced together his involvement in the Silk Road heist. In court, Victor's lawyer argued that the statute of limitations for certain cybercrimes had passed, but the prosecution countered with evidence that Victor had continued laundering the stolen Bitcoin within the last year, resetting the clock. The jury deliberated for just 2 days before delivering a guilty verdict. Victor was sentenced to 25 years in federal prison, his fortune seized and auctioned off. As he sat in his cell, he realized how his greed had blinded him. For 4 years, he had lived a quiet, untouchable life. But one impulsive party and one ill-advised phone call had brought it all crashing down. The FBI recovered most of the Bitcoin, and the rest? Locked away as evidence in one of the most famous cybercrime cases in history. Victor, the man who had beaten the darknet, was a 34-year-old lonely Asian that had ultimately been defeated by his own arrogance. Like and subscribe to my channel for more true stories.